evening and welcome back to game number 2 of today's Vape Nation Scrims. We are now in Miramar and the match will be starting in around 25 seconds time. So as always, sit back, relax and enjoy. And here we go with a western to eastern flight path, starting off at La Drillera and ending up at El Azahar. And Team 769 have jumped and are going north towards El Pozo. We have Team 18 Fear going south towards Val de Mar with Team 13 and Team 10 AU. We have Team 17 AFG jumping with Team number 2 ARG, Team number 4 Union and Team number 5 RPG, with half going north and half going south. We also have a couple of teams jumping near to Hacienda del Patron, where I'm sure somebody will want to try and get the gold Morado. So let's go straight up to team number 9, BM10 and HZL, as they land near to the roadside there, along with team 17. And Union Spirit of team number 4 has got the first knock of today and gets the first kill, with RPG Benji being taken down. And shots are now being fired, with Union Atom almost being taken down by AmUK No Skill. And now Team 4 are just going down the road. They appear to have split at the moment, with Atom remaining behind, possibly being tailed by Team 19. And Team 4 have now stopped at the warehouses near to La Cabrera. So for now, let's leave them to continue looting and go down to Team 15, the Nerd team. And scratch that, let's go straight over to Team 9. Team 15, Nerd team, who are going up against Team 3 LC. And we have a huge split at the moment, with Team 2 towards 345. We have Nerd Bajda and HRNEC. We have Krakotniak, I think. I do apologise if I pronounced that wrong. So for now, I will say Croc. Just by the building there. And then we have Nerd Lavac on the mountaintop over towards south. and SK Hacker has just taken down Dark. We have Nerd Bajza now shooting towards team number 3. And the LC2 are now getting revived, and that is another 2 knocks. And that is Bajza being knocked also. And HRNEC and Croc now trying to get the revives on Levac and Bajza there, sorry. And that is now 2 kills for the Nerd team. There are still 2 members of Team 3 remaining. And that is them finished, with Nerd now holding 4 kills. And what we will do for now is go over to Team 14, DS Toxic, who is near to team number 8. And DS Toxic is looting at the moment inside one of the warehouses, has managed to move away from the SK team of Team 8. And if we now look at the first zone, it has moved to the western side, slightly southern side, cutting off the top half of the map. The majority of teams are inside zone at the moment. It is a relatively big zone. So we still have Team 69, or members of Team 69, sorry, coming down from ruins that need to make their way to zone. We have Team 4 Union, we have Team 20 PG, we have the last remaining member of Team 14 DS Toxic, and we have SK of Team 8, who need to just move their way in slightly to make sure that they are not caught out by the blue. And QL now have a knock on the left-hand side, so let's jump straight over to Team 11, who are taking on Team number 6. And Killers is being shot at by the task team, who are on top of the roof at 265. on the 5-story building, and Task White has just got a kill of the QL team, with Nat being taken down. You've now got QL Mel and QL Killers. We have Task White just rotating left. Task Call Me Bob is still on top of the roof, just keeping an eye on Team 11. And what an incredible grenade that was from Task White, taking out 2 members of the QL team. So that now gives the Task team 4 kills. Unfortunately, it did come at a cost. We lost Task Andrex, but I'm sure that brilliant kill from Task White will more than make up for it. And 69 has just taken down a member of Team 16 with a grenade, but unfortunately Juba is taken down by 7S Billy. And 69 Stone is now taking shots at team number 10. D1 are having to take cover behind the burnt out vehicle there over at 65. You have AE Viper on the left hand side at northeast 55, being fired upon by 69 Stone at the moment, almost taken down, but luckily it manages to get away scot-free. So 69 Stone is still firing upon Team 10, but I think it is going to be very difficult to get any kills at this current position. The main reason for this is that they are quite far apart, and with the location that Team 10 is at the moment, there is a lot of places for them to hide. So unless Team 7, 69 want to make a push and try and force Team 10 to move to another location, I think it might just be a case of a tit-for-tat gunfight, in that Team 7 will knock members of Team 10, they will get revived, and then knock members of Team 7, and they will then get revived. So unless a really unexpected sense of gameplay happens, I think this might last quite a while. And as you can see, Headmaster has just been knocked, and now AE Viper is starting to move down slightly. TM Lynx takes down a member of the Nerd team with the assistance of Endgame there. And now AE Viper is rotating around the left side. Doesn't appear to have been spotted by 69 Stone yet, who is focusing all the attention on D1. So as long as D1 can keep the attention drawn, we may be seeing a member of AE just sneak up the back and take them out. And 7S shot. And now Sasuke has been knocked and Headmaster has been revived. We now have Viper continually rotating on the left hand side just to get the height on 69 Stone and push them forward towards the other waiting members of team number 10 AE. So you'll just stick with this a moment longer just to see what happens when Viper gets into the position he wants to be in and starts firing. So I think what we will do at the moment is just have another quick look at the map as we wait for somebody to make a move. And shots are being fired by Team 69, with Stone taking down AE Extreme with an M4. Keep in mind, you've still got Viper behind, so it might be a good time for Viper to start pushing forward. You've now got Monster just rotating left as well. Whilst D1 tries to get the revive on AE Extreme, which now appears to have been done as it is, and Extreme has just used first aid. Now Headmaster manages to knock D1 blind, and now it looks as though Extreme will now try and get the revive. Stone is preparing a grenade to be thrown. And here we go, and that does knock Extreme. So 69 Stone has just got another knock, more grenades going in. And that is 2 kills with Monster almost being taken out. And that is Monster now knocked by 69 Stone. Aim Advantage is at the top of the mountain at 205. And that is it, with Suzuki guessing the finish on AE Viper there. Now I think the only thing I can really do, I understand why AE Viper did that. I understand why he wanted to get the rotation, just to take Team 7 by surprise. But I can't help but think the opportunity was lost. It just didn't happen fast enough. And as a result, AE tried to push forward. They had no cover from the back, which meant that they were wiped out very easily. And that then meant that 3 members of Team 69 only had to take out 1 member of AE. And when it got to that point, it would have been easy for them. But what we will now do is leave Team 7 and move over to Team 18 and have a quick look at TM Lynx, who has Team 17, END and AFG well in sight. And that is Fear taking down Donis. RPG Crimes has just finished off past White. And TM Lynx is aiming towards Psycho, who is just on the hill there and is throwing a grenade towards them. There are now 2 more grenades coming through. Psycho just manages to move out of the way and takes down Fear Glad. You've got another 3 members of Team 17 over at 110 with grenades being thrown. TM Lynx having to take cover behind the building. Psycho is knocked, so Endgame is trying to get the revive on Fear Glad here. Donis is now rotating left, trying to take Lynx by surprise with a grenade being thrown, but just missing the target. You now have Lynx throwing grenades right back, with Nako trying to get some shots on the other members of Team 18. You've now got Lynx back inside. You've got Donis over at 70 with Fate Namek taking down SK Hacker with an explosion. And Lynx is now changing location and comes behind this building, is looking to get onto the roof perhaps. And a molly has just been thrown but just missed its target slightly. With Donis and Instinct, Nako and Psycho now all rotating left to try and come around to take Team 18 by surprise. We have Endgame just on the hill there. We have Fear Glad inside. And we have TM Lynx just taking cover behind the rock. And PG has just taken down SCP with an M24 shot. And here we go, more shots ringing in. Fearglad almost taken down, has around 10% health left. You've now got the members of Team 17 splitting again, with Psycho and Donis going right. You've got Nako staying centre. You've got Instinct going left. TM Lynx is still behind that rock, just taking a bit of cover. Hasn't really got a good shot from the position that Lynx is currently in. But nonetheless, grenades and mollies and smokes are being thrown, trying to create some sort of diversion, or at least to get a knock or two, which should then allow one of the teams to start making that push. And Instinct is now rotating left again. It is centre at 115. You have Nako, Psycho and Donis now rotating around towards 190. And Instinct is now driving away, as is Fearglad and Lynx, along with Endgame, who has already left. So for now, let's have another quick look at the map as we draw Game 2 to a close. We still have 13 teams in, so still a lot more to come, with 39 players still alive. The zone is just closing shortly, with Teams 6 Task, Team 8 SK, Team 2 ARG, Team 17 AFG, and Team 3 still needing to make their way in. But for now, let's go straight over to team number 7, 69, who will be coming into contact with Team 18 very shortly. And the 7S Tuck has just taken down a member of Task, with SKMD being finished off by the zone. You now have 69 going up against Union, with Union Spirit being taken down by Headmaster, and Atom throwing in a smoke with an attempt to get a revive. And amazingly enough, Union Spirit has just been taken out just before a revival started. 69 Headmaster's just been taken down by TM Lynx. You have PG Babo, who's just taken down Optics, with Voice getting a knock also, and End Donis knocking PG, and getting the finish with PG Voynal taking down Adriana, and Endgame knocking 69 Suzuki, sorry. And we have now moved over to team number 2, with End Donis now knocking ARG Lessifer, and PG TKSN taking down SCP Caro. And Team 2 are now being shot at by Team 17. With Fear Glad taking down AFG Instinct there. And smokes are now being thrown by Little Boy, with 7S Shot taken down. And that is it, with Team 18 being wiped out there by Team 16 7S. And Nako almost took down our Little Boy there, but Little Boy just manages to get some cover and is now going to be pushed in by the blue zone and is jumping on the back of the buggy. And that is Little Boy knocked by 7S Chris, and is then finished off by End Donis there, with the play zone finishing off Fate Namek and 7S Tuck, Union Mercy, and Little Boy finishing off Billy, with the play zone then finishing off 7S Shot. And N Psycho takes down BM Temp. With the play zone finishing off 7S Chris there. And Arg Aku is now making his way into zone. Now using a first aid kit as the blue zone is doing a lot of damage. And trying to loot didn't go well with the play zone finishing him off. And we are now back with team number 4, Union Atom. And Union Deducci has just been knocked by Adriana. As AFG Instinct takes down at BM Temp. HZL Squilino gets a knock also. And Optics gets the knock right back. RPG Noyudu is taken down by Union Atom there. With AM UK no skill just trying to move in to get the revive. Squilino gets another knock with HZL also coming in to get a second. And Union Atom is just trying to get into cover, but is taken down by AM UK no skill. With the play zone also doing its part. And just like that, we are now down to our top 2. With team number 5 going up against team 13. And now it is a 3v3. 3 members of Team 5 RPG, 3 members of Team 13. And here we go. And as always, let's finish on the bird's eye view. As we now see Team 5 start pushing towards Team 13. They have the ridge for cover at the moment. Adriana just takes a peek around there. And grenades are now being thrown, pushing Team 13 back slightly. Shots are now being fired with Noyudu just moving towards Optics on the right hand side. You've got Crimes coming right towards Adriana. And AM UK no skill is just taking a seat at the back at the moment. With Noyudu knocking Lucifer, Crimes knocking Adriana. And that now leaves Optics on the right hand side on his own. With Crimes, AM UK no skill, and Noyudu all pushing in. And that is it, and the end of game number 2. And in first place is RPG with 6 kills. We have Lucifer, Adriana and Optics with SCP Caro in second place with another 6 kills. We have Union in third with 1. We have AFG END in fourth with 9. We have HZL and BM in fifth with 3. And we have Fate and ARG in sixth with 2 kills. If you have enjoyed this stream, please follow the channel with new content added daily. We will be back in just a moment for game number 3. This is Vape Nation Scrims. I am Ab Summer, and we will be right back.